Chapter 33. Baphomet. A black two-headed eagle is God, even a triangle is he. In his claw he beareth a sword, yea, a sharp sword is held therein. This eagle was burnt up in the great fire, yet not a feather is scorched. This eagle is swallowed up in the great sea, yet not a feather is wetted. So flieth he in the air, and lighteth upon the earth at his pleasure. So spake Iacobus Burgundus Molensis, the grand master of the temple, and of the god that is ass-headed, did he dare not speak. Chapter 34. The Smoking Dog. Each act of man is the twist and double of an hare. Love and death are the greyhounds that course him. God bred the hounds and taketh his pleasure in the sport. This is the comedy of Pan, that man should think he hunteth, while those hounds hunt him. This is the tragedy of man, when facing love and death he turns to bay. He is no more hare, but boar. There are no other comedies or tragedies. Cease then to be the mockery of God. In savagery of love and death, live thou and die. Thus shall his laughter be thrilled through with ecstasy. Chapter 35. Venus of Milo. Life is as ugly and necessary as the female body. Death is as beautiful and necessary as the male body. The soul is beyond male and female, as it is beyond life and death. Even as the lingam and the yoni are but diverse developments of one organ, so also are life and death but two phases of one state. So also the absolute and the conditioned are but forms of that. What do I love? There is no form, no being, to which I do not give myself wholly up. Take me who will. Chapter 36. The Star Sapphire. Let the adept be armed with his magic rood, and provide him with his mystic rose. In the center, let him give the LVX signs. Or, if he know them, if he will and dare do them, and can keep silent about them, the signs of NOX, being the signs of puer, vir, puella, mulier. Omit the sign IR. Then let him advance to the east, and make the holy hexagram, saying, Pater et Mater, unus Deus aurita. Let him go round to the south, make the holy hexagram, and say, Mater et Filius, unus Deus aurita. Let him go round to the west, make the holy hexagram, and say, Filius et Filia, unus Deus aurita. Let him go round to the north, make the holy hexagram, and then say, Filia et Pater unus Deus aurita. Let him then return to the center, and so to the center of all, making the rosy cross as he may know how, saying, Aurita, Aurita, Aurita. In this the sign shall be those of Set triumphant and of Baphomet. Also shall Set appear in the circle. Let him drink of the sacrament, and let him communicate the same. Then let him say, Omnia in duos, duo in unum, unus in nihil. Haec nec quator, nec omnia, nec duo, nec unus, nec nihil sunt. Gloria Patri et Matri et Filio, et Filii et Spiritui Sancto. Externo et Spiritui Sancto. Interno ut erat est erit in saecula, saeculorum sex in uno per nomen septum, in uno erita. Let him then repeat the signs of LVX, but not the signs of NOX, for it is not he that shall arise in the sign of Isis rejoicing. Chapter 37. Dragons. Thought is the shadow of the eclipse of Luna. Samadhi is the shadow of the eclipse of Soul. The moon and the earth are the non-ego and the ego. The sun is that. Both eclipses are darkness. Both are exceedingly rare. The universe itself is light. Chapter 38. Lambskin. Cowan skidoo, tile. Swear to Hile all. This is the mystery. Life. Mind is the traitor. Slay mind. Let the corpse of mind lie unburied on the edge of the great sea. Death. This is the mystery. Tile. Cowan skidoo. Chapter 39. Luby. Only Lubies find excellence in these words. It is unthinkable that A is not A. To reverse this is but to revert to the normal. Yet by forcing the brain to accept propositions, of which one set is absurdity, the other truism, a new function of brain is established. Vague and mysterious and all indefinite are the contents of this new consciousness. Yet they are somehow vital. By use, they become luminous. Unreason becomes experience. This lifts the leaden-footed soul of the experience of that, of which reason is the blasphemy. But without the experience, these words are the lies of a Luby. Yet a Luby to thee, and a Luby to me, a Balacius Ruby to God may be. Chapter 40. The Hymog. A red rose absorbs all colors but red. Red is therefore the one color that is not. This law, reason, time, space, all limitation blinds us to the truth. All that we know of man, nature, God, is just that which they are not. It is that which they throw off as repugnant. The Hymog is only visible insofar as he is imperfect. Then are they all glorious who seem not to be glorious, as the Hymog is all glorious within? It may be so. How then distinguish the inglorious and perfect Hymog from the inglorious man of earth? Distinguish not, but thyself extinguish. Hymog thou art, and Hymog shall thou be. Chapter 41. Corned beef hash. In VVVVV is the great work perfect. Therefore, none is that pertaineth not to VVVVV. In any may he manifest, yet in one hath he chosen to manifest, and this one hath given his ring as a seal of authority to the work of the AA, through the colleagues of Frater Per Durabo. But this concerns themselves and their administration. It concerneth none below the grade of exempt adept, and such an one only by command. Also, since below the abyss reason is lord, let men seek by experiment, and not by questionings. Chapter 42. Dust Devils. In the wind of the mind arises the turbulence called I. It breaks. Down shower the barren thoughts. All life is choked. This desert is the abyss, wherein is the universe. The stars are but thistles in that waste. Yet this desert is but one spot accursed in the world of bliss. Now and again travelers cross the desert. They come from the great sea, and to the great sea they go. As they go, they spill water. One day they will irrigate the desert till it flower. See, 5 footprints of a camel. V, 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 V. Chapter 43. Mulberry Tops. Black blood upon the altar, and the rustle of angel wings above. Black blood of the sweet fruit, the bruised, the violated bloom, that setteth the wheel a-spinning in the spire. Death is the veil of life, and life of death, for both are gods. This is that which is written, a feast for life, and a greater feast for death, in the book of the law. The blood is the life of the individual. Offer then blood. Chapter 44. The Mass of the Phoenix. The magician, his breast bare, stands before an altar, on which are his burin, bell, thurible, and 2 of the cakes of light. In the sign of the Enterer he reaches west across the altar, and cries, Hail, Ra, that goest in thy bark, into the caverns of the dark. He gives the sign of silence, and takes the bell and fire in his hands. East of the altar see me stand with light and music in mine hand. He strikes 11 times upon the bell. 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, and places the fire in the thurible. I strike the bell, I light the flame, I utter the mysterious name, Abrahadabra. He strikes 11 times upon the bell. Now I begin to pray, thou child, holy thy name and undefiled. Thy reign is come, thy will is done. Here is the bread, here is the blood. Bring me through midnight to the sun. Save me from evil and from good. Take thy crown of all the 10. Even now and here be mine. Amen. He puts the first cake in the fire of the thurible. I burn the incense cake, proclaim these adorations of thy name. He strikes again 11 times upon the bell. With the burin, he then makes upon his breast the proper sign. Behold this bleeding breast of mine, gashed sacramental sign. He puts the second cake to the wound. I staunch the blood, the wafer soaks it up in the high priest invokes. He eats the second cake. This bread I eat, this oath I swear, as I inflame myself with prayer. There is no grace, there is no guilt. This is the law. Do what thou wilt. He strikes 11 times upon the bell, and cries, Abrahadabra. I entereth in with woe and mirth, and now go forth and with thanksgiving, to do my pleasure on the earth, among the legions of the living. He goeth forth. Chapter 45. Chinese Music. Explain this happening. It must have a natural cause. It must have a supernatural cause. Let these two asses be set to grind corn. May, might, must, should, probably, may be, we may safely assume, ought, it is hardly questionable, almost certainly. Poor hacks, and let them be turned out to grass. Proof is only possible in mathematics, and mathematics is only a matter of arbitrary conventions. And yet doubt is a good servant, but a bad master. A perfect mistress, but a nagging wife. White is the lash of the overseer. White is black, is the watchword of the slave. The master takes no heed. The Chinese cannot help thinking that the octave has 5 notes. The more necessary anything appears to my mind, the more certain it is that I only assert the limitation. I slept with faith, and found a corpse in my arms on waking. I drank and danced all night with doubt, and found her a virgin in the morning. Chapter 46. Buttons and Rosettes. The cause of sorrow is the desire of the one to the many, or of the many to the one. This also is the cause of joy. But the desire of one to another is all of sorrow. Its birth is hunger, and its death satiety. The desire of the moth for the star at least saves him satiety. Hunger thou, O man, for the infinite. Be insatiable even for the finite. Thus, at the end, shalt thou devour the finite, and become the infinite. Be thou more greedy than the shark, more full of yearning than the wind among the pines. The weary pilgrim struggles on. The satiated pilgrim stops. The road winds uphill. All law, all nature must be overcome. Do this by virtue of that in thyself, before which law and nature are but shadows. Chapter 47. Windmill Words. Asana gets rid of anatomy consciousness. Pranayama gets rid of physiology consciousness. Involuntary breaks. Yama and Nayama get rid of ethical consciousness. Voluntary breaks. Pratyahara gets rid of the objective. Dharana gets rid of the subjective. Dhyana gets rid of the ego. Samadhi gets rid of the soul impersonal. Asana destroys the static body, nama. Pranayama destroys the dynamic body, rupa. Yama destroys the emotions. Niyama destroys the passions, vedana. Dharana destroys the perceptions, sana. Dhyana destroys the tendencies, sankhara. Samadhi destroys the consciousness, vinanam. Homardala Thermidor destroys the digestion. The last of these facts is the one of which I am most certain. Chapter 38. Mome Wraths. The early bird catches the worm, and the 12-year-old prostitute attracts the ambassador. Neglect not the dawn meditation. The first plover's eggs fetch the highest prices. The flower of virginity is esteemed by the Pandar. Neglect not the dawn meditation. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. But late to watch and early to pray brings him across the abyss, they say. Neglect not the dawn meditation. Chapter 49. Warata Blossoms. 7 are the veils of the dancing girl in the harem of it. 7 are the names, and 7 are the lamps beside her bed. 7 eunuchs guard her with drawn swords. No man may come nigh unto her. In her wine cup are 7 streams of the blood of the 7 spirits of God. 7 are the heads of the beast, whereupon she rides. The head of an angel, the head of a saint, the head of a poet, the head of an adulterous woman, the head of a man of valor, the head of a satyr, and the head of a lion's illustrates a seal of a 7-pointed star. Beginning from the westmost point, each point of the star contains a letter, spelling the name of Babylon. In the center of the star is the Greek symbol for theta. Crosses extend from its western, northern, and eastern boundaries. To the left of the westmost cross is the number 77. To the left of the northmost cross is the number 7. To the right of the northmost cross is the number 7. To the right of the eastmost cross is the number 77. By itself, at the southernmost boundary of theta, is the number 7. This is the seal upon the ring that is on the forefinger of it, and it is the seal upon the tombs of them whom she hath slain. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of Our Lady, for it is the number of a woman, and her number is 156. Chapter 50. The Vigil of St. Hubert. In the forest, God met the stag beetle. Hold, worship me, quoth God, for I am all great, all good, all wise. The stars are but sparks from the forges of my smiths. Yea, verily, and amen, said the stag beetle. All this do I believe, and that devoutly. Then why do you not worship me? Because I am real, and you are only imaginary. But the leaves of the forest rustled with the laughter of the wind. Said wind and wood, they neither of them know anything. End of chapter 0 through 50. The Book of Lies by Aleister Crowley, chapters 51 through 91. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Chapter 51. Terrier Work. Doubt. Doubt thyself. Doubt even if thou doubtest thyself. Doubt all. Doubt even if thou doubtest all. It seems sometimes as if beneath all conscious doubt there lay some deepest certainty. Oh, kill it. Slay the snake. The horn of the doubt goat be exalted. Dive deeper, ever deeper, into the abyss of mind, until thou unearth the fox that. On, hounds, yoinks, tally-ho, bring that to bay. Then wind the mort. Chapter 52. The Bull Baiting. 411 books wrote I. In each did I expound the great work fully, from the beginning, even unto the end thereof. Then at last came certain men unto me, saying, O Master, expound thou the great work unto us, O Master. And I held my peace. O generation of gossipers, who shall deliver you from the wrath that is fallen upon you? O babblers, prattlers, talkers, loquacious ones, tattlers, chewers of the red rag that inflameth a peace steamer to fury. Learn first what is work, and the great work is not so far beyond. Chapter 53. The Douser. Once round the meadow, brother does the hazel twig dip. Twice round the meadow, brother does the hazel twig dip. Thrice round the paddock, highly, lowly, wily, holy, dip, dip, dip. Then neighed the horse in the paddock, and lo, its wings. For whoso findeth the spring beneath the earth, maketh the treaders of earth to course the heavens. This spring is threefold, of water, but also of steel, and of seasons. Also this paddock is the toad that hath the jewel between his eyes. Aum mani padmen hum. Keep us from evil. Chapter 54. Eavesdroppings. 45 apprentice masons out of work. 15 fellow craftsmen out of work. 3 master masons out of work. All these sat on their haunches, waiting the report of the sojourner, for the word was lost. This is the report of the sojourners. The word was love, and its number is 111. Then said each Mo, for its number is 111. Each took the trowel from his lap, whose number is 111. Each called moreover on the goddess Nina, for her number is 111. Yet with all this went the work awry, for the word of the law is Thelema. Chapter 55. The Drooping Sunflower. The one thought vanished. All my mind was torn to rags. Nay, my head was mashed into wood pulp, and thereon the daily newspaper was printed. Thus wrote I, since my one love was torn from me. I cannot work. I cannot think. I seek distraction here, I seek distraction there. But this is all my truth, that I who love have lost, and how may I regain? I must have money to get to America. O mage, sage, gauge thy wage, or in the page of thine age is written rage. Oh, my darling, we should not have spent 90 pounds in that 3 weeks in Paris. Slash the brakes on thine arms with a pole axe. Chapter 56. Trouble with Twins. Holy, 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 unto 555 times holy be Our Lady of the Stars. Holy, 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 unto 156 times holy be Our Lady that rideth upon the beast. Holy, 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 unto the number of times necessary and appropriate be Our Lady Isis in her millions of names, all Mother, Genetrix, Meretrix. Yet holier than all these to me is Layla, night and death. For her do I blaspheme alike the finite and the infinite. So wrote not Frater Perdurabo, but the imp Crowley in his name. For forgery, let him suffer penal servitude for 7 years, or at least let him do pranayama all the way home. Home? Nay, but to the house of the harlot whom he loveth not. For it is Layla that he loveth. And yet, who knoweth which is Crowley, and which is Frater Perdurabo? Chapter 57. The Duck-billed Platypus. Dirt is matter in the wrong place. Thought is mind in the wrong place. Matter is mind, so thought is dirt. Thus argued he, the wise one, not mindful that all place is wrong. For not until the place is perfected by a T, saith he, placet. The rose uncrucified droppeth its petals. Without the rose, the cross is a dry stick. Worship then the rosy cross, and the mystery, two in one. And worship him that swore by his holy T, that one should not be one, except in so far as it is two. I am glad that Layla is afar. No doubt, clouds love. Chapter 58. Haggai Howlings. Haggard am I, an hyena. I hunger and howl. Men think it laughter. Ha, ha, ha. There is nothing movable or immovable under the firmament of heaven, on which I may write the symbols of the secret of my soul. Yea, though I were lowered by ropes into the utmost caverns and vaults of eternity, there is no word to express even the first whisper of the initiator in mine ear. Yea, I abhor birth, ululating lamentations of night. Agony, agony, the light within me breathes veils, the song within be dumbness. God, in what prism may any man analyze my light? Immortal are the adepts, and yet they die. They die of shame unspeakable. They die as the gods die, for sorrow. Wilt thou endure unto the end, O Frater Perdurabo, O lamp in the abyss? Thou hast the keystone of the royal arch, yet the apprentices, instead of making bricks, put the straws in their hair, and think they are Jesus Christ. O sublime tragedy and comedy of the great work. Chapter 59. The Tailless Monkey. There is no help but hotchpot in the skies, when Asticus sees crabs and lobsters rise. Man that has spine and hopes of heaven to be, lacks the amoeba's immortality. What protoplasm gains in mobile mirth is loss of the stability of earth. Matter and sense and mind have had their day. Nature presents the bill, and all must pay. If, as I am not, I were free to choose, how Buddhahood would battle with the booze. My certainty that destiny is good rests on its picking me for Buddhahood. Were I a drunkard, I should think I had good evidence that fate was bloody bad. Chapter 60. The Wound of Amfortas. The self-mastery of Percival became the self-masturbatory of the bourgeois. Virtus has become virtue. The qualities which have made a man, a race, a city, a caste, must be thrown off. Death is the penalty of failure. As it is written, in the hour of success sacrifice that which is dearest to thee, unto the infernal gods. The Englishman lives upon the excrement of his forefathers. All moral codes are worthless in themselves. Yet in every new code there is hope. provided always that the code is not changed because it is too hard, but because it is fulfilled. The dead dog floats with the stream. In Puritan France, the best women are harlots. In vicious England, the best women are virgins. If only the Archbishop of Canterbury were to go naked in the streets and beg his bread. The new Christ, like the old, is the friend of publicans and sinners, because his nature is ascetic. Oh, if every man did no matter what, provided that it is the one thing that he will not and cannot do. Chapter 61. The Fool's Knot. O fool, begetter of both I and not, resolve this knotty knot. O, I, this I and O, I-A-O, for I owe, I, to Nabonazo. I pay, the dissolution of the house of God, for pay comes after O, after Ayin that triumphs over Aleph in Ein, that is O. Opus, the work, the opening of the eye, thou naughty boy, thou openest the eye of Horus, to the blind eye that weeps, the up one in thine uprightness rejoicing, death to all fishes.
You look very, very, very lovely.
Chapter 62. Twig. The phoenix hath a bell for sound, fire for sight, a knife for touch, 2 cakes, one for taste, the other for smell. He standeth before the altar of the universe at sunset, when earth life fades. He summons the universe, and crowns it with magic light to replace the sun of natural light. He prays unto, and give homage to, Ra Hor Kuit. To him he then sacrifices. The first cake burnt illustrates the prophet drawn from the scheme of incarnation. The second, mixed with his life's blood and eaten, illustrates the use of the lower life to feed the higher life. He then takes the oath and becomes free, unconditioned, the absolute, burning up in the flame of his prayer, and born again, the phoenix. Chapter 63. Marjorie Daw. I love Layla, I lack Layla. Where is the mystic grace, saith thou? Who told thee, man, that Layla is not knew it, and I had it? I destroyed all things, they are reborn in other shapes. I gave up all for one, this one hath given up its unity for all. I wrenched dog backwards to find God, now God barks. Think me not fallen because I love Layla, and lack Layla. I am the master of the universe. Then give me a heap of straw in a hut, and Layla naked. Amen. Chapter 64. Constancy. I was discussing oysters with a crony. God sent me the angels, Den and Doni. And man of spunk they urged would hardly choose to breakfast every day chez Laperouse. No, I replied, he would not do so, but think of this woe if Laperouse were shut. I eat these oysters and I drink this wine solely to drown this misery of mine. Yet the last height of consolation's cold, its pinnacle, is not to be consoled. And though I sleep with Jane and Eleanor, I feel no better than I did before. And Julian only fixes in my mind even before feels better than behind. Your mercurial spirits be so kind as to enable me to raise the wine. Put me in Layla's arms again, the accursed, leaving me that, else how may do his worst. Doni and Den, perceiving me inspired, conceived their task was finished, they retired. I turned upon my friend and breaking bounds, borrowed a trifle of 200 pounds. Chapter 65. Sic Transiat. At last I lifted up mine eyes and beheld, and lo, the flames of violet were become as tendrils of smoke, as mist at sunset upon the marshlands, and in the midst of the moon pool of silver was the lily of white and gold. In this lily is all honey, in this lily that flowereth at the midnight, in this lily is all perfume, in this lily is all music, and it enfolded me. Thus the disciples that watched found a dead body, kneeling at the altar. Amen. Chapter 66. The Praying Mantis. Say, God is one. This I obeyed. For 1,001 times a night, for 1,000 nights and one, did I affirm the unity. But night only means Layla, and unity and God are not worth even her blemishes. Allah is only 66, but Layla counteth up to 7 and 70. Yea, the night shall cover all. The night shall cover all. Chapter 67. Sodom Apples. I have brought pleasant trifles and thus soothed my lack of Layla. Light is my wallet, heart is also light. And yet I know that the clouds will gather closer for the false clearing. The mirage will fade. Then will the desert be thirstier than before. O ye who dwell in the dark night of the soul, beware most of all of every herald of the dawn. O ye who dwell in the city of the pyramids, beneath the night of Pan, remember that ye shall see no more light, but that of the great fire that shall consume your dust to ashes. Chapter 68. Manna. At 4 o'clock there is hardly anybody in Rumpelmeyer's. I have my choice of place and service. The babble of the apes will begin soon enough. Pioneers, O pioneers! Sat not Elijah under the juniper tree and wept? Was not Muhammad forsaken in Mecca, and Jesus in Gethsemane? These prophets were sad at heart, but the chocolate at Rumpelmeyer's is great, and the mousse noir is like Nephthys for perfection. Also, there are little meringues with cream and chestnut pulp, very velvety seductions. Sail I not towards Layla within 7 days? Be not sad at heart, O prophet. The babble of the apes will presently begin. Nay, rejoice exceedingly, for after all the babble of the apes, the silence of the night. Chapter 69. The way to succeed, and the way to suck eggs. This is the holy hexagram. Plunge from the height, O God, and interlock with man. Plunge from the height, O man, and interlock with beast. The red triangle is the descending tongue of grace. The blue triangle is the ascending tongue of prayer. This interchange, the double gift of tongues, the word of double power, abrahadabra, is the sign of the great work. For the great work is accomplished in silence. And behold, is not that word equal to Cheth, that is Cancer, whose sigil is 69. This work also eats of itself, accomplishes its own end, nourishes the worker, leaves no seed, is perfect in itself. Little children, love one another. Chapter 70. Broomstick Babblings. Frater Perdurabo is of the Sanhedrim of the Sabbath, say men. He is the old goat himself, say women. Therefore do all adore him. The more they detest him, the more do they adore him. Aye, let us offer the obscene kiss. Let us seek the mystery of the gnarled oak and of the glacier torrent. To him let us offer up our babes. Around him let us dance in the mad moonlight. But Frater Perdurabo is nothing but an eye. What eye none knoweth. Skip witches, hop toads, take your pleasure. For the play of the universe is the pleasure of Frater Perdurabo. Chapter 71. King's College Chapel. For mind and body alike there is no purgative like pranayama. No purgative like pranayama. For mind, for mind and body alike, there is no purgative like pranayama. Yea, for mind and body alike, there is no purgative. For mind and body alike, no purgative, like pranayama. No purgative for mind and body alike, like pranayama, like prana, pranayama. Amen. Chapter 72. Hashed Pheasant. Shemhamphorash, all hail divided name, utter at once, O mortal of Arash, the universe were swallowed up in flame, Shemhamphorash. Nor deem that thou amid the cosmic crash may find one thing of all those things the same. The world has gone to everlasting smash. No, if creation did possess an aim, it does not, it were only to make hash of that most high and that most holy game, Shemhamphorash. Chapter 73. The Devil, the Ostrich, and the Orphan Child. Death rides the camel of initiation. Thou humped and stiff-necked one that groanest in thine asana, death will relieve thee. Bite not, Zelator dear, but bide. 10 days didst thou go with water in thy belly? Thou shalt go 20 more, with a firebrand at thy rump. Aye, all thine aspiration is to death. Death is the crown of all thine aspiration. Triple is the cord of silver moonlight. It shall hang thee, O Holy One, O hanged man, O camel termination of the third person plural, for thy multiplicity, thou ghost of a non-ego. Could but thy mother behold thee, O thou Unt, the infinite snake Ananta that surroundeth the universe, is but the coffin worm. Chapter 74. Carey Street. When nothing became conscious, it made a bad bargain. This consciousness acquired individuality, a worse bargain. The hermit asked for love, worst bargain of all. And now he has let his girl go to America, to have success in life. Blank loss. Is there no end to this immortal ache that haunts me sleeping or awake? If I had Layla, how could I forget? Time, age, and death, insufferable fret. Were I an hermit, how could I support the pain of consciousness, the curse of thought? Even were I that, there still were one sore spot, the abyss that stretches between that and not. Still the first step is not so far away. The Mauretania sails on Saturday. Chapter 75. Plover's Eggs. Spring beans and strawberries are in. Goodbye to the oyster. If I really knew what I wanted, I could give up Layla, or give up everything for Layla. But what I want varies from hour to hour. This wavering is the root of all compromise, and so of all good sense. With this gift a man can spend his 70 years in peace. Now is this well or ill? Emphasize gift, then man, then spend, then 70 years, and lastly, peace, and change the intonations. Each time reverse the meaning. I would show you how, but for the moment, I prefer to think of Layla. Chapter 66. Phaeton. No, yes, perhaps. Oh, I. Why? No. Hail, all ye spavine, gelded, hamstrung horses. Ye shall surpass the planets in their courses. How? Not by speed, nor strength, nor power to stay, but by the silence that succeeds the neigh. Chapter 77. The sublime and supreme septenary, in its mature, magical manifestation through matter, as it is written, and he-goat also. Layla. Chapter 78. Wheel and Woe. The great wheel of samsara, the wheel of the law, Dhamma, the wheel of the the wheel of the heavens, the wheel of life. All these wheels be one, yet of all these the wheel of the tarot alone avails thee consciously. Meditate long and broad and deep, O man, upon this wheel, revolving it in thy mind. Be this thy task, to see how each card springs necessarily from each other card, even in due order, from the pool to the 10 of coins. Then when thou knowest the wheel of destiny complete, mayest thou perceive that will which moved it first. There is no first or last, and lo, thou art passed through the abyss. Chapter 79. The Ball Bullier. Some men look into their minds, into their memories, and find naught but pain and shame. These then proclaim the good law unto mankind. These preach renunciation, virtue, cowardice in every form. These whine eternally, smug, toothless, hairless coot, debauch emasculated Buddha. Come ye to me. I have a trick to make you silent, O ye foamers at the mouth. Nature is wasteful, but how well she can afford it. Nature is false, but I'm a bit of a liar myself. Nature is useless, but then how beautiful she is. Nature is cruel, but I, too, am a sadist. The game goes on. It may have been too rough for Buddha, but it's, if anything, too dull for me. Viens vous negre, donne-moi tes lèvres encore. Chapter 80. Blackthorn. The price of existence is eternal warfare. Speaking as an Irishman, I prefer to say, the price of eternal warfare is existence. And melancholy as existence is, the price is well worth paying. Is there a government? Then I'm agin it. To hell with the bloody English. Oh, Frater Perdurabo, how unworthy are these sentiments. Do you want a clip on the jaw? Chapter 81. Louis Ling. I am not an anarchist in your sense of the word. Your brain is too dense for any known explosive to affect it. I am not an anarchist in your sense of the word. Fancy a policeman let loose on society. While there exists the burgess, the hunting man, or any man with ideals less than Shelley's, and self-discipline less than Loyola's. In short, any man who falls far short of myself. I am against anarchy and for feudalism. Every emancipator has enslaved the free. Chapter 81. Borscht. Witch moon that turnest all the streams to blood, I take this hazel rod and stand and swear, an oath beneath this blasted oaken bear, that rears its agony above the flood, whose swollen mask mutters an atheist prayer. What oath may stand the shock of this offense? There is no eye, no joy, no permanence. Witch moon of blood, eternal ebb and flow, of baffled birth and death still lurks a change, and all the leopards in thy woods that range, and all the vampires in their bows that glow, brooding on bloodthirst, these are not so strange, and fierce as life's unfailing shower these die, yet time rebears them through eternity. Hear then the oath, witch moon of blood, dread moon, let all thy striges and thy ghouls attend. He that endureth even to the end hath sworn that love's own corpse shall lie at noon, even in the coffin of its hopes, and spend all the force won by its old woe and stress in now annihilating nothingness. This chapter is called Imperial Purple and a Punic War. Chapter 83. The Blind Pig. Many becomes two, two, one, naught. What comes to naught? What? Shall the adept give up his hermit life, and go eating and drinking and making merry? Aye, shall he not do so? He knows that the many is naught, and having naught, enjoys that naught even in the enjoyment of the many. For when naught becomes absolute naught, it becomes again the many, and this many and this naught are identical. They are not correlatives or phases of some one deeper absence of idea. They are not aspects of some further light. They are they. Beware, O my brother, lest this chapter deceive thee. Chapter 84. The Avalanche. Only through devotion to Frater Perdurabo may this book be understood. How much more then should he devote himself to Iowas, for the understanding of the holy book of Thelema? Yet must he labor underground eternally. The sun is not for him, nor the flowers, nor the voices of the birds, for he is passed beyond all these. Yea, verily, oft times he is weary. It is well that the weight of the karma of the infinite is with him. Therefore is he glad indeed, for he hath finished the work, and the reward concerneth him no whit. Chapter 85. Borborygmi. I distrust any thoughts uttered by any man whose health is not robust. All other thoughts are surely symptoms of disease. Yet these are often beautiful, and may be true, within the circle of the conditions of the speaker. And yet again, do we not find that the most robust of men express no thoughts at all? They eat, drink, sleep, and copulate in silence. What better proof of the fact that all thought is dis-ease? We are Strasbourg geese. The tastiness of our talk comes from the disorder of our bodies. We like it. This only proves that our tastes also are depraved and debauched by our disease. Chapter 86. Tat. Ex nihilo. N-I-H-I-L. Feet. N. The fire that twisteth itself and burneth like a scorpion. I. The unsullied, ever-flowing water. H. The interpenetrating spirit, without and within. Is not its name abrahadabra? I. The unsullied, ever-flowing air. L. The green, fertile earth. Fierce are the fires of the universe, and on their daggers they hold aloft the bleeding heart of earth. Upon the earth lies water, sensuous and sleepy. Above the water hangs air, and above air, but also below fire, and in all, the fabric of all being woven on its invisible design is aether. Chapter 87. Mandarin Meals. There is a dish of shark's fin and of sea slug, well set in birds' nests. Oh, Also, there is a souffle most exquisite of chow chow. These did I devise, but I have never tasted anything to match the narrator's note. Crowley here illustrates a symbol consisting of a vertical Ouroboros superimposed over an inverted cross with two vertical bars, one to the left and one to the right of the central intersection, which she gave me before she went away. March 22nd, 1912, EV. Chapter 88, Gold Bricks. Teach us your secret, master, yap my yahoos. Then for the hardness of their hearts and for the softness of their heads, I taught them magic. But, alas, teach us your real secret, master, how to become invisible, how to acquire love, and know beyond all how to make gold. But how much gold will you give me for the secret of infinite riches? Then said the foremost and most foolish, Master, it is nothing, but here is 100,000 pounds. This did I deign to accept, and whispered in his ear this secret. A sucker is born every minute. Chapter 89, Unprofessional Conduct. I am annoyed about the number 89. I shall avenge myself by writing nothing in this chapter. That, too, is wise. For since I am annoyed, I could not write even a reasonably decent lie. Chapter 90, Starlight. Behold, I have lived many years. I have traveled in every land that is under the dominion of the sun, and I have sailed the seas from pole to pole. Now do I lift up my voice and testify that all is vanity on earth, except the love of a good woman, and that good woman, Layla. And I testify that in heaven all is vanity, for I have journeyed oft and sojourned oft in every heaven, except the love of our Lady Babylon. And I testify that beyond heaven and earth is the love of our Lady Nuit. And seeing that I am old and well stricken in years, and that my natural forces fail, therefore do I rise up in my throne and call upon the end. For I am youth eternal and force infinite, and at the end is she that was Layla, and Babylon, and Nuit, being. Chapter 91, The Heikel. A-M-E-N. End of The Book of Lies by Aleister Crowley.
One of y'all, but there is a 420 room open, and I've been trying to reach one of them to please come in here and place the link up top so that we can transition to Lisa's room. So someone could go in Lisa's room and say, come in here and put the link up top so we can transition. That would be greatly appreciative. Whoever in the kindness of their heart can do that for me. Yeah. Oh, you can't do it because you're not a mod. Okay. We need one of their mod. We need a mod that's over there that was a mod in here to come here and put the link in the Jumbotron. And then what we'll do is we'll transition over there. But in the meantime, anyone in just to kind of recap today, it looks like someone's going to go to jail from the Trump administration, possibly the days taken.
Omari, I know. So this is what we're about to do. We're about to go ahead and move over to Ladies Lounge. Not Ladies Talk.
You are here.
library of Alistair Crowley, technical liberties of Thelma Library, Subfiguralifia, Trace Liber, oh Subfiguralifia, Sidebar, never did Alistair Crowley labor, Literal Subfiguralifia, Coco Dance, Alistair Crowley, Literal Subfiguralifia, Alistair Crowley labor, Literal Subfiguralifia, Literal Subfiguralifia, it doesn't matter. The strong
and that whole situation went to another direction. He just said in Patty's room about immigration. Mari, I'm sorry that you were scared to leave your seat at the desk.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do, so I just.
That's a good young soldier.
There's a teacher looked at me. He was scared.
Good job, people saying on your post report.
I'm a little soldier.
She was going to jail, Omari.
Oh.
You will normal, you.
No, man, I've been charged.
Are you doing a documentary on records?
Who? No, I'm not. Who from? I
He's
have
not
done
going to
plenty of
They're going to go
filming.
talk to him, though. They're going to talk to him. It's,
I filmed in a lot of prisons, though. Omari, who from the Trump administration to go to jail? Yeah.
Where'd you get that from? Because I'm looking at all the breaking news on CNN of that. Where'd you get that from?
I was telling them that it looks like if this continues, that someone from the Trump administration will be going to jail. I don't know who, but someone's gonna,
like in the past administration, when half the administration that was, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get out if they don't start using Congress and start doing. Lisa was talking, so no, we're gonna go back and.
It's all right, Lisa and all y'all. Somebody's gonna end up going to prison from this administration. You know it usually happens. It's gonna happen last administration.
Well, I thought you had breaking
that's
news.
a given. Is that breaking news or is that
Nah.
anticipated news? Yeah, no, I'm already just saying what the obvious is. I know what's going on too, so that's it.
Not being obtuse, I'm looking for some actual information.
He didn't say, did he pinpoint out information on somebody going to jail? He said
He said it looks like somebody from the Trump administration is going to go to jail. So my question was who?
Oh, you thought he was talking about a news article?
No, yeah, this is like someone. So Matt Cool was on the stage earlier. I don't know if you want to invite him back up, see if you want to join the conversation.
Come up, Matt. No, he can come up. Matt, he's going over trying to find it. I was trying to get a different angle to this whole situation with the Somalis, and I was, and it worked out really well. Just a different angle. I didn't want to be. Oh my God, that did it again. Barbecue, Lisa.
Oh, FYI, Ashton's at the bar, by the way. So, whiskey, the Johnny Walker Ashton is up and alive tonight.
Barbecue chicken fries. You barbecue through the mail, baby. If she comes to Texas, she definitely will hit you up.
So we
got barbecue, chicken, ice cream. We got all that right now out here. We got 35 chicken.
Who the hell eats chicken ice cream? Niggas down south will eat anything that tastes like chicken.
Okay, I never heard of that shit before. What the fuck is chicken ice cream? God damn.
We got chicken in fucking Texas in the next year.
That sounds like you need to beef up on that toilet tissue. I ain't even gonna lie. You're gonna be shitting all night. What the fuck?
They need wipes to get toilet paper.
Dessert table. We got 4 tables. We got a dessert table. We got a vegan table. We have a vegan table. Vegans. Then we got. And then we got.
When they first came out with fried Oreos, I was like, what the well, I don't know if it was the first time. First time I seen that shit was down south.
Around 54 degrees. There's a chance of showers.
Fried ice cream down south. I thought it was raining in Texas, and it is cloudy, foggy, and showers. What's going on? Were you there indoors?
Those are your glasses that are foggy. You get a warm cloth and wipe those foggy glasses off, Lisa.
We're indoors. It's basically Texas serving up a whole weather sampler platter tonight. I'm definitely indoors.
That's a stop. Okay, well, I'm sorry I'm missing. No, I'm talking to Alexa. She's telling me what's going on in Texas with the weather. So she says it's raining tomorrow, and it's 54. So let me go here and. I'm sorry, you asked me a question.
Give me everything over here. I'll give you some too if you was here in Texas. We give you everything. We got everything. You can take 4 plates home. You get 4 plates.
I'm doing 4 plates, y'all.
You get 4 plates. You can eat one of them tomorrow or something, but they'll give you 4 plates you can take home back there.
I'm still working on this Starbird that my girl had me eating today. I mean, it was good when I started it, and now I'm like dealing with why did I eat that? It was delicious until it wasn't.
Blue crab and Angus steak. Is this the homeless tent, Ashton, that you're running? There's no such thing as an immigrant. There's no such thing as an illegal alien. It's just an unfed, luxurious Ashton participant.
Stuff that was for the dinner they serve for the homeless over the holidays and other things. Shout out to HEB and what they are doing to feed people. We really did that thing for the Feast of Sharing. We had over 10,875 people show up. Thank you to Dickey's Arena. That's one of the largest arenas in this area that we could use. So thank y'all so much for allowing us to partake and also help thousands of people. Look up Dickey's Arena. It's massive.
So you were feeding thousands of people blue crab? What am I doing wrong? When I was just in the peanut butter aisle the day before.
You're on Clown House too much, talking all this Democrat liberal nonsense. You got to be in the streets, like Ashton, feed the people.
Oh, you in the streets as well, right?
Yeah, he saw that ass in the streets.
That's projection, faggot. That's projection, faggot.
All right, somebody asked me a question. I started Googling and I accidentally shut down the computer. What was it?
The computer is shut down.
No, I said someone asked me a question, and then I started Googling something, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm wondering how many Somalians should we deport from Minneapolis? What's a good number of deportation to get rid of these Somalian pirates?
7.
None. Like, why do you want to deport them, brother? They didn't commit a crime. What did
Yeah, stop, Ashton. They did.
Yeah, there's $1 billion fraud for housing credits.
Taking money. No, it's for food. The story right.
Well, Lisa, though, are you asking how many?
Yeah.
Are you asking how many ones that were committed a crime, or are you saying how many? What are you asking?
He asked it.
No. I want him to ask it again.
Yeah, I was asking how many Somalians should the Trump administration aggressively deport from Minneapolis?
The same number of doors you've knocked for your own campaign.
Or maybe you should start back with your ancestors who came in and took the land for the natives.
No, my ancestors came through Ellis Island, stupid.
So what's that?
I said my ancestors came through Ellis Island, stupid.
Yeah, full bullshit. It's in your blood. It's in your DNA, motherfucker.
That's called projection, you sick psychopath.
Oh, I'm worse than a psychopath, motherfucker.
It's confirmed. Well, at least we know the truth now. I feel bad for anybody that you're close to. Sucks to be them.
Bro, don't be like that. Show some grace. You got folks out here. Come on, dude. You're not being fair. You got people out here that need help. You're saying deport them and all this stuff. If the Haitians committed a crime, we work with Haitians. not all these Haitians out here committing crimes, the ones that did. I don't know what they did, but maybe that's a different category. But not everybody's out here trying to get over on a system. There were people in my line that have never been to a food bank. Let's be real. So there are people out here legitimately trying to make it. And Donald Trump is making it hard for them, sir. And if you're a voter for that man, you might want to pick a better choice. Because too many people, bro, are sitting up here with nothing. Too many people are coming here and saying we need help to pay our lights, water, gas, and medicine. I blame Donald Trump for that because our budget went from $855,000 and we're well over $1 million trying to help people. That's embarrassing, bro. That's crazy. That's not cool. Over $1 million in food that's being bought to try to help people that need it. And we were at $189,000 before Donald Trump got in office. What the crap? And most of that is fees and some of the food and things that we get. It ain't all here in America. Some stuff we have to get shipped over, certain specialty things. But come on, we have to pay fees for that. And I blame Donald Trump for that because I see it every day and what we have to pay for it. And it sucks.
It's the tariffs. It's the tariffs. That's why Trump's tariffs.
Some of us don't need music for karaoke.
Okay, guys, let me make sure we didn't miss anything. Is there any other breaking news that we need to know about? Anybody? Check back channel. So that's what we're gonna start off with tomorrow, okay? That audio. Thank you so much. Good night, sweetheart.
Ashton, you gotta stop feeding everybody all that blue crab and filet mignon and New York strip. It's too expensive. That's why your costs have gone up so much. It's not Trump, Miss Dr. Ashton. It's the type of food you're buying from Costco.
Okay.
Hold on. We buy food from all over, not just Costco. Brother, we see it all over. It doesn't matter if we have a partnership with Walmart. Even Walmart has said this is
Ashton, he's a troll. Like,
I'm not a troll. You're a troll. It takes a troll to call a troll. Shame on you.
okay, thanks.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out, did we miss anything?
I have the opening of probably Abby Phillips whenever you finish finding yours.
With Amari, who's going to go to jail again from the Trump administration? Somebody's going to jail, right? Some random person part of the Trump administration. So somebody's going to jail, right?
Is this Edwin?
Who?
Where's Matt Cool at? Did Matt you drop? Oh. I don't know if this is Edwin. You might want to drop him.
Edwin, my name is Music. Can't you read, stupid?
No, it's Edwin. Watch your fucking mouth.
What's your fucking mouth? You got a potty mouth. Didn't your mom ever teach you how to stay classy, you dirty piece of trash?
Hey, your mother's a fucking piece of trash, you dirty cracker.
Dirty cracker? My mother's a piece of trash. You should be ashamed of yourself. Such a low vibration. My name is Music, stupid. And nobody's getting arrested. You're stupid. You couldn't even cite anything specific. Just vague generalities.
It was no handwriting. It was not I didn't realize it was him until I started hearing. Then I heard the cracks in his voice.
All right. Well, while y'all are figuring something out, you can be useful. So for men, if you're slightly bougie, would you like cashmere type of gloves, meaning that when you have the gloves on, you can still scroll on your phone? Like, would that be nice?
He ain't cool.
No, you never use them?
He ain't cool.
40 years old?
You want a 20 feeling dude like that, yo? You got a
This is my sister's husband. He always gives the boys. See my message?
Well, I guess you want to go in there.
I would just question, like, what's the purpose behind that? I mean, you said gloves so that you can type on the, so you can still.
No, you know, like check gloves, so you can still scroll on your phone. Because when you have gloves on, you can't scroll, so it has like the little whatever in the fingertips.
Oh yeah, no, that sounds cool.
I'm not trying to spend a lot, but you know, somebody who likes nice things, so basically no. All
What
right.
does he do?
He's a recruiter actually. So he travels. So I'm looking at like a really nice watch holder. There's Maison de Sabre.
Maison de Sabre!
But I don't want to spend a bunch of money. But they're like slightly bougie, but very masculine, if that makes sense.
I think those gloves would be cool. I mean, like, that is usually the problem with wearing gloves. Like, if you're wearing gloves when it's cold out, you
Yeah,
can't.
most gloves have the little tips now. Hey, but Reform, do you listen to him talk?
Mm-hmm.
But like, why don't you like listen to what he's saying and then try to figure out what he's like?
I can ask my sister, but she's like a hater. They like really expensive shit. I just want to get it like under the radar. You know, they were like
Social media?
created all that shit. No, he's not like that. Like, you know, no, they can afford stuff, but I'm not trying to do that. But I always get him like a really nice gift because he gives my boys like his shoes, and you know, men's shoes. Plus, it's size 13. Men's shoes are high as shit. So he give them like, you know, his
Just keep deleting all my shit.
something really nice.
It's alright, we got a lot of
All right,
rules.
well, thank y'all.
We can keep it
God
coming.
damn. See, those were $95.
We can keep it going.
40, does he work out?
Oh yeah. So look,
Get him that ring.
the Aura ring.
Something. Yeah, get him the oral ring. That's pretty cool.
Get him
Oh, look,
give
I
him
just saw
oil.
this since y'all are the working out people. Let me know if y'all would like this.
Give him
My sister
oil.
works out too. This says Lutava Activate Charcoal Infused Antimicrobial Fitness.
Charcoal baguette.
Those are awesome. Hello, they gave us those football. Those are great, dude. Antimicrobial. They don't allow germs and all that. You should get a couple of them, not only for him, but my God, yourself. I have a couple of antimicrobial towels that I use for athletics to wipe down gym equipment. Yep, you should get
Those
those.
are good for working out people.
Oh yes, because you don't have to use the stupid towels that they give you at the gym, which is fine, whatever. But those antimicrobials, that's what's good for wiping down gym equipment and stuff like that. And you can take the
That bitch is a hard-working, cleaning woman.
What song does he have that you can play in my bedroom?
Is it the one that he just released?
No,
So he
that's
said,
Let Me Breathe.
let that coochie breathe.
No, it's not.
Let that coochie
Let Me Breathe. I'll let that is upcoming.
Kidding.
Wow. You know what? Let me breathe. It shouldn't be there.
Who had reached the tomb first also went inside. He saw and believed. Well, he already believed, right? But the believing is like something else is going on here, basically. And then in 21:7, when the disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, "It's the Lord," right? In 21, Peter turned and saw the disciple whom Jesus loved was following them. This disciple who testifies of these things and who wrote them down, we know that his testimony is true. So this is where he just like outright tells you who it is. This is the disciple who testifies of these things and who wrote them down. We know that his testimony is true. Okay. They kind of convinced me with when I read it.
Well, I gotta give you some heresy now. Some people think that this John is actually the son of Mary Magdalene and Jesus at the table that's resting on his bosom and all that. And that the wedding at Cana is his wedding to Mary Magdalene.
No, I've heard that stuff before.
I mean, I found some more evidence recently. It's kind of supports this.
True if John is his gay love.
Some interesting evidence I came across is Mary Magdalene, her name refers to this town called Tower Town.
And you will still have the foil.
And Dennis R. McDonald, who's famous for his Dennis's criticism, he's saying that let's see. It's mimicking Andromache, who's the husband, the wife of Hector. Let's see. And she witnesses her husband's death from the Tower of Troy. Hector, like Jesus and Hector, they're like parallel, tragic, duty-bound defenders, beloved leaders who accept suffering and death, whose deaths are publicly mourned and ritually honored, and mark the story's turning point. Let's see. Yeah, it has to do with like the Tower of Troy, but it's her husband. And the other thing is, they're saying, some scholars believe that the Gospel of Luke is reacting to the Gospel of Mary, that the Gnostic Gospel of Mary may be earlier than previously thought, going back to the 1st century, and that the Gospel of John is reacting to the Gospel of Thomas. So there's some interesting stuff going on there. Because we do have Gnostics existing in Scripture before any church is set up, with the Simon Magus and the Nicolaitans and the other groups mentioned.
So where are you going to try? Yeah, because
and you got early church fathers that were Gnostics also. You got Marcion, and you got...
These aren't early church fathers.
I mean, they were, but then they were like exiled or something. Excommunicated.
But where are you getting this from? AI? Because, okay, Luke, whom, scholars pretty much universally agree, who was writing in, 60 in the 1st century.
After Luke.
He's borrowing, you're saying, from the Gospel of Mary.
No, but he's like, it's like a polemical thing, like he's reacting to it.
Yeah, but how's he reacting?
Because all the apostles
when it's not written until, 180, approximately.
Yeah.
You're writing in 60, approximately.
Well, I don't know if it's reacting to that gospel or vice versa. It could be one or the other. Elaine Pagels thinks it's
not that.
It's reacting to Mary, but I think other scholars think Mary is reacting to it or something.
Oh, it's MJ's up here. Yeah, MJ, Elaine Pagels, right?
But I mean, we do know her as the apostle of the apostles and stuff like that. Is it the same person as Zacharias? No. So I don't know, just some food for thought there. It is unusual for a Jewish rabbi to not be married.
But when people make this argument, I always wonder why. It's
because they're supposed to serve as a role model for their followers, and that's what you do as a Jewish man. You get married. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he should have been like all the other Jewish rabbis, been a good role model instead of saying all all the Jewish leaders are corrupt and horrible, and led let's say Paul to say I wish you guys would be like me and not get married, instead serve the Lord and serve people or whatever. It's I don't know. That's not a good argument.
It's also unusual in light that more emphasis is given to women by Jesus. They're given church authority, scriptural authority and stuff. Yes, disciples, multiple female disciples that are funding the whole operation. Basically, they're setting up room and board for the apostles to go to.
So why would he have to marry one of them?
I'm saying if they're more respectful to women.
Okay, so this is take 2 outlet. This is definitely my favorite. Also, I think it's fun for it to be.
You're saying
A little bit of spice, I agree.
Even in the canonical scripture, they're jealous of Mary and stuff. They're like, why is he chasing me? Well, the church used to say that Mary Magdalene was a prostitute, which was
she was a sinner, right? I don't know what her exact
Why
plan
are
was, but
illegal immigrants more important in America? I'd like to hear an answer. Why are illegal immigrants more important than homeless?
I'm sorry. He's always like reversing this kind of role. Like his disciples were like, why is he talking to this woman? Well, and stuff, right? He's always talking to women and like they'll be like, what's going on?
True that.
Wrote the Gnostic Gospels. Okay, so this is like using. Hi, how's it going? 1 second. This is like being famous. Free artist. This is just himself right there. Sorry, you mind if I'm. What's that mean? Yeah, no, that. We don't know even in scripture. We work with this kind of like mass manufacturing. Amazing. It's incredible. The likeness is identifiable right-wing journalists here?
That were not commodity. How they come to the century. It's like, when were they living here?
So did the Wine Miracle and Dionysus. Including the wedding, the Last Supper with scene and all that. There is like feast of Bacchus and
this is just Robert Price's it's the Bacchus stuff, like.
Didn't you see how people got upset at the Olympic ceremony? Christians got upset. They said, they're mocking the lap.
Peep show, like movie theaters. It's disgusting. Then Disney came to town.
Yeah.
Scores. Yes, of course.
That's it.
They also did scores on the west side too.
Yeah.
Around the same scores. They moved. I know. Oh, is it? I thought they had a second location. No, they moved. Oh, probably when Disney was cleaned up. When Giuliani shut down all the strip clubs in the Sunny Times, so they moved to the west side. I see. I thought they had 2 branches. Yeah. No, Scores was nice on Times Square. I think check if Scores is still there. Maybe that's the one besides Oyster Club that's still. I think there's 2 on the west side. I'm not going to check that. I don't. Come on. It's not going to screw up your algorithm that much. No, I'll be not interested. I don't visit New York. I don't need to know where the strip clubs are. It's fine.
Read the room. Yaakov can't have it in his browser.
No, he needs to know. It's okay, don't worry about it. Hey, Liz, how are you?
He can erase it, dude.
I also like voluptuous women.
Chapter 0. The chapter that is not a chapter. Oh, the anti-primal triad which is not God. Nothing is.
Let me tell you. You might have a blue thing, so I don't give a hoot what you do, say, girl, like, you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot.
It's certainly real. It's using an energy field.
us, it is like the Tao. In dwelling, live close to the ground. In thinking, keep to the simple. In conflict, be fair and generous. In governing, don't try to control.
We had launchers.
In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be completely present.
That's cool.
When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you.
No, I've never been a fan of sand being any part of my sexual experience.
9.
Well, you don't have to get sand every
So then you can't help that.
Fill,
Just put a burqa on your tongue.
Blow me through my burqa.
Not again, not again, not again. Please don't delete your app. I'll miss you. And I know that that means nothing.
Go banana!
Nara's deleting the app, so we should celebrate and her not celebrate that she's leaving, but celebrate this new phase of her life.
You're getting married, Narcissus? You're finally sealing the deal, huh?
Nargis, we're gonna miss the heck out of you, but we know that that doesn't matter to you, because you're all about you.
Just cancel the engagement, Narcissus. The dopamine from Clubhouse is so much better than a meaningful, loving relationship, Narcissus. You can't match the dopamine.
Nargis, my sweet daffodil, my Iranian princess,
She's
and
not
flower.
Iranian.
Wherever you do flutter your wings, wherever you wind up, on whatever corner of the globe, just remember that you were truly loved by me, for no benefit of my own, but just for the sake of you.
That's beautiful. I have a tear.
I would die for you, and I would live a life of misery for you, and only you. I love you.
Beta!
Aww.
Beta!
That's a fake thing. What she's doing is she knows what she should do in a particular emotional situation.
Don't shame her for. Oh my god.
No, listen to it. Listen to the thing. So there's this something called paint by number. So you know where to put the colors of the paint to make a painting, but you don't quite know why. So what Nargis is because she has no empathy and because she's devoid of anything that resembles compassion, she knows what to do, like paint by number, but she doesn't know why. Like she knew it was appropriate to send a heart at that moment, but didn't feel or understand why it was the case. So that's how empty she is. But she is damaged by love, so young. Eyes down at the door. She holds up her hands. I love you so dear, but you can't understand. She's been damaged by love.
There's so much going on here, right?
Damaged by love.
The cock.
Oh, damaged by love. So young.
How many hearts have you broken since you've been on this app, Mark?
Delete the app as soon as possible, Narcissus.
Quite a few.
Or stage of that. Whatever that is.
You and her are.
Did you not
those
those
hearts. I don't know where I'm going to start. Breaking all these cardiacs. Giving fuckers heart attacks.
breaking all our dreams. All these men going out and scream. They're like, please, no, just
Sam, the music legend.
She's like, no, I only love me. I only love the self. So I can give you help. I don't love you. I love me. I love the only O-N-E as me. And I don't care about anyone. So you love me, you getting done. Don't need no relationship. Cause everyone else is a piece of shit. A piece of shit. A piece of shit. I don't need no relationship. Breaking hearts like they're a twig. Even though she's looking like a fig.
As short as possible, but no shorter.
Yeah, that's parsimony.
I think of like this is a weird way to say it, but I think of like De Morgan's laws.
Say that again, please.
De Morgan's laws. It's like in logic, like when you like if you have like a P or Q kind of thing, and you negate it. If you negate the like P's a proposition, like it rains, Q's like the street gets wet, kind of thing. So the symbolic language of P or Q, right? You can either do this with disjunction, conjunction, or whatever, but so like P or Q, and then you negate it. What happens when you negate it is you negate each of the individual piece, and the or flips to an and, right? And it feels a lot like what you do in math all the time.
Can you please give me?
I used to fight grubs and boys. I'm gonna get back like that based on my project shit. I swear to God, it's gonna get real. The motherfuckers be sounding like they be getting it.
आपकी इसकी बात कर रहे हो?
Niggas can't control the bitches. Niggas be putting on their horsepower and shit. They put pressure on fire.
Niggas be wanting to crash that shit, bro.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. This game they took a kill now.
Then you get a car that goes over 800. You want to smash the gas with a light turn.
Oh, bloody hell. What's wrong?
What the fuck did you do?
What did I say?
How did you break? How did you break?
Momentary lapse of reason.
That's how painful the experience was. It broke you again. That's crazy.
That's how ready I am for like encrypted.
To be broken again. Yeah. I hear you.
Oh, break me, baby. All I know is broken. Break me again.
Oh shit! I know that. So much so that I have to eat a cheese ball to make my
So much so.
Not again. Something actually.
What?
Are you self-pleasuring?
No, I'm building a freaking console. I told you.
No, I'm saying that. Do you come with batteries included?
I do.
Alright, good. So she's self-handled it.
Bon voyage, Nages. Good luck. You won't need it, because Clown House is full of a bunch of reject losers who can't stop talking about the same topics every single day of the week, never ending. It just doesn't end.
I know, babe. I know.
You're really funny. Who are you?
I'm an observer, someone who has been recording the behavior and the speeches of Clown House antics for many years. Sam is a high achiever. For a whole year, he's been on here 7 days a week, wasting all his time.
If you notice, that means you've been doing the same.
Exactly.
No, that's not true. I'm recording everyone else wasting all their time. I'm being productive recording people.
college stuffed with garlic are fucking delicious.
Oh my god, don't get me started on garlic and olives.
I went to this tea party, and she hooked me up with all the leftovers, and it's so fucking good.
Man, that sounds good.
Oh my god.
So, Daniel, I have a question. Have you come to any conclusions about Islam and the Muslims that you speak with? Is it just an English as a second language problem, or is it an actual stupidity problem? Because it's my belief that most of the Muslims on here who are delusional, they're actually just very bad at speaking English, and thus that's the main problem. Hello? So philosophically speaking, I just get the feeling that if you're not a native English speaker, you have a tendency to just believe your own bullshit.
John, when did you start going bald? Be honest.
I was in college. I looked in the mirror and I saw my fading hairline, and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
No, were you like, fuck it, I don't care? Were you?
No, I started taking Propecia. I was doing Rogaine. I had dandruff because of the Rogaine. It was disgusting.
But you look great with a bald fucking head.
I know. I should have shaved it way sooner.
When did you start to shave it off? You're like, fuck it, I'm abandoning shit.
I noticed the hair loss in 2002, and then I think it wasn't until 2015 that I finally shave it. And then the girl that I was dating was like, you look amazing. And I was like, holy shit.
With it, dude. Some people can just pull it off. Like Joe Rogan, Dana White, Patrick Stewart. It just works for some dudes. Could you imagine being the guy that it doesn't work for?
See, that's the thing, is I think it works for everybody as long as you dress to impress. Your personal appearance is always, that's what's sexy, is a great personal appearance and great personal hygiene. I mean, it's, it's the people who look like they have cancer and fuzzy hair and, not kempt. They're the ones who are unattractive.
How do you remain hard when you don't feel like being hard?
I don't know. I don't think there's a way not to feel, if you got to go to the gym if you want to feel hot, and that requires sweating.
Hard, H-A-R-D.
Oh, hard.
Hard when you're not feeling inspired to be hard.
Well, generally, jizzhut.com, pornhub.com, these are ways to make your pituitary and your hypothalamus and your endocrine system create the sexual hormones needed to create the hardness factor.
Have you ever felt yourself in the middle of intercourse and realizing that you are like a tiny rowboat in the turgid waters of the deep sea, and you think to yourself, I must perform sexually, and you've got all the waves crashing down upon you. How did you remain hard as a rock?
Well, Amazon has this amazing thing for Prime members where you can sign up if you have erectile dysfunction and get the proper medication that you need to resolve your little rowboat problems on your Nile Dam gushing sexual enterprise.
Now, John, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, philosopher. Please ask your question.
Do you feel sad that I never leave up my rooms, John?
No, I could care less because then I just record them. I thank you for not, bringing me up so I don't waste my time speaking.
Yo, it's been a while.
What's up, Billy boy?
Not much. I've been going okay.
You a Brit?
No, I'm Australian.
I see. Can you do a haka?
That's New Zealand. I am part of New Zealand, but no, I can't do a haka.
Have you ever fucked a kangaroo?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What's that pouch feel like?
Oh, it feels like an instant.
That's pretty cool.
Billy Martin, the ever handsome, ever cute, and ever gorgeous. How are you, my love?
I am There's a massive Boston thing right through. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing okay. I'm mostly been going after atheists recently because they annoy me. So like not so much debating religious folk.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta beat the AI right quick. Because if he's listed on the slave schedule, there's no way his name is listed.
Yeah, it's all that good stuff, man. That's all these guys do, man. Intel, all these other companies do. It's all CIA, man. All it is, man. Have you heard of this one in Switzerland called RUAG? RUAG? No, what is that? It's like an aerospace defense company from Switzerland, but they're not. I don't think they. Does Switzerland even have an exchange?
That we liked each other, so it's misery. Now it's misery for me because I'm not allowed to like him anymore.
Oh my God, you teen. This is why you stop being a hermit. You got too used to it. Oh my God.
Yeah, I did. And he also didn't have a problem not talking to me, so I guess I wasn't really his first choice ish. It's more because he saw that my parents had to take care of me, so he was going to take me off of their hands, type of thing.
Oh my God, he was willing to make that great sacrifice, and you let him go? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Fine, but that's like, you would be okay with that, right? Or kind of okay with it?
Well, I stressed out when we were going to do it, so.
Yeah. Wait, so you want more of like a family and him to be more active, whereas he just wants to have kids, basically? Is that the difference here?
I think they're just intercepting me before the authorities came because he said some stuff that other people have said about me.
Wait, what does this mean? I'm confused. This is inside baseball.
What the fuck?
But I might have to go to court for something. But what's the other thing? Oh, it's also because he wasn't talking to other girls as much. If he was, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he didn't though, because he's committed once he makes a decision.
Damn. EG.
Yeah, because so when I backed away from his proposal, he said immediately, I'm the mistress with the second one in line and not the first kid.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I think this is the world we're kind of bottlenecking ourselves into, unfortunately. Liberalism and these new notions of marriage is creating a scenario in which like the top 10% are going to have a first family, then a hidden second family, then a third and a fourth and a fifth and a sixth and a seventh. I think that's really that's been happening since the 50s in America. I think it's just going to get globalized and multiply essentially.
Oh, I was thinking of the Asian one where because they're wealthy, they can have more than one partner.
That's always been true all throughout human history. It's as most cultures, either you did it openly or secretly. That's the only difference, right? So, like English kings had bastard sons in small villages dotted across the countryside. Yeah.
But his religion, Christianity, dictates marriages one man and one woman.
That is true, but again, because we don't have social structures, institutions, social enforcement, a lot of Christians feel like they can live like their own version of Christianity, and they're like, using some values and not, and being very hypocritical. Like that's what you allow when you allow everyone to, let's say, practice Buddhism through their own philosophy, let's say, or the quote-unquote philosophy, which I would just call like, they just want excuses for things, essentially.
Also, I feel like he'd be bored after a while because his mom's...
I hear you. It's rough. It's rough. But wait, are you Christian?
By the Bible, I mean, I believe Jesus, God, Mary are real. Heaven, hell's real. Heard a demon or more than one demon before, and then I heard angels before, so those are real.
Wow.
God's definitely real because his voice isn't. It's like a resonant type of voice, and it thunders when he talks. And I don't get these things most of the time. It's like only if there's something urgent that I'll hear them talk. So I don't know if that's also classified as a schizotypal.
Possibly, but certain schizos were prophets also who, maybe talked with God, right? So, yeah. I mean, schizo and autists might be like people with, who lack like social skills to some extent. That's autists, and schizos, I think they're able to deal with the less material field as far as schizos go. But there's actually been evidence that autists, and it might not be evidence, I don't know, I'm still looking into it, but some hyper autists can read other autists' minds and communicate with them. And I don't know if that's true. I mean, there's been testing done. So like, a journalist tried to like debunk this, but he came up like a whole group of them, including skeptics. Like a group of autistic kids were able to guess like 90 to 98% of the numbers that were shown to another kid on the other side of the room. And these were skeptical like liberals doing these tests, and they're kind of feeling this might be true too. So maybe we should do a little bit more research into that. And then schizos, yeah, I could see that maybe what we call schizos in some way were people who could, yeah, exactly. And some are good, some are positive, some are negative, I would say, yeah.
Because the 2 times I had a definite incarnation of a religious experience, it was always in public, so other people saw it too and could interact with it.
Wow, really? Then you're not schizo. If other people around you also heard the voice or experienced that, that's actually like a point against you being schizophrenic. Actually, like, look, I was listening to this talk between I don't know if it might have been like a liberal professor in Harvard, and he was doing a scientific analysis of the church's writings on all the miracles in the Middle Ages where people were floating and levitating, or they were like statues of Mary crying and stuff. And some of these things they debunked, but some of these are literally like 80,000 people over 4 months saw the same hallucination or same vision of Mary in the air. And it wasn't just Catholics. It was Protestant elites who would come from Northern Europe to come and watch this in Spain. It was Muslims, it was secularists, it was everybody who would come from every social class. Are you telling me that all these people, different people of different religions and backgrounds and social classes, all had a shared like schizophrenic delusion? The chances of that are even rarer, actually. So you might just be you might have seen a vision that everybody could see, essentially. And we have examples of this in Western European history that's been documented by the Catholic Church. And then the Catholic Church didn't want to get defrauded by fakers. So they used to actually send a group of priests to go and investigate and make sure that it's not fraud. And it's very interesting because the whole interrogative police practices of the West that a lot of people will think comes from Protestantism or the Enlightenment actually comes from the Catholic Church in like the medieval ages, when they would go and interrogate people, separate them into different rooms, and then interrogate them as good cop, bad cop. One of the Catholic priests in these groups was sent as a skeptic. So the most skeptical Catholic priest of modern day miracles would be sent with like a normal Catholic priest who was more somewhere in between. So the Catholic Church even sent skeptics who didn't believe in miracles to go investigate this from their own church. And they played good cop, bad cop. And what they also did was they would ask them questions in different moods of the witnesses as well, like when they're really hyperventilating and then also when they're calm, right? So the whole investigation technique that we use in the West actually comes from Catholics, and they were actually trying to make sure that they didn't get fooled by frauds, essentially, so that the Catholic Church's reputation would not be ruined. So yeah, this is really interesting stuff, actually. But yeah, back to the other thing, you might not be schizo. Just it might be that you saw a shared, vision, or not a vision, but a reality, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because I definitely saw other people interacting with it after me.
Right, exactly. So it can't just be your mind. It's in reality if 10 different people are also interacting with it, right?
So are you interested in Aries Telegram group?
Yeah, I joined.
Okay, yeah. Cool, thanks. Yeah. Same with Music AI if you want to join.
Sure, just post a link. I think we should make a Discord group. It's way more better interface than Telegram and not as limited, and you can do a lot more stuff in the Discord, like create archives, forums, picture channels, video chat, streaming videos and watching videos together. It's the best platform to do that. Mm-hmm. So actually, if we migrated to Discord, we could actually build like an archive over time and have a place to have discussions. Yeah. Or upload text file, articles or research papers, or like you can make specialized rooms for all of these things. So it's easier to organize, I would say.
So I guess it would have to be me or Ari. Do you know if Ari has Discord?
I'm not sure, but we can talk about it when Ari gets back from eating.
Okay. I read that Trump signed an agreement to strengthen ties with Taiwan.
Who did? Sorry, I couldn't hear the first part.
Trump.
Okay, to strengthen ties with Taiwan. Oh, interesting.
And Benny Marino wants to evict everyone who tries to keep dual citizenship after this year.
Wait, who does?
Benny Marino is pushing for one citizenship only, mono citizenship.
Okay. Who is pushing for this?
Ohio Senator is Colombian American Benny Marino.
Oh, okay, Benny Marino.
Is that a good idea?
Okay, nice. Yeah, base. The problem is that this governmental bureaucratic system takes too long to make wide-reaching changes. So, like, it's so defeatist to me, and just in some ways. I mean, if you think about it, when conservatives get the mandate of the people and get 60%, that is their cue to completely undo FDR's America and to rebuild a new America, but they're too scared to do that, and they don't want to destroy the bureaucracy. And so the conservatives never take like FDR's role on their side, unfortunately. And so what happens is every time conservatives win an election, they're just once they come into office, all they're doing is upholding the laws that progressives made for the last 100 years. And so even when we make slight changes like this to one side,